I'm just going to this was not planned, but it has come out today. This report over from the boys and girls over at Fightful Select regarding MJF. I'm just going to touch on this. And honestly, there's so much other stuff to talk about, which really has some great meat on the bone. Okay, look. In my notes, you know what I wrote in my notes for this section here? I wrote, MJF is trolling. That's the title of the section that I gave this. Let me read directly from Fightful. Quote, Fightful has heard that MJF's sentiments about possibly going to WWE when his contract is up are not in character, and it's a subject he's already weighed. There has been at least some progress on his future in AEW, as we're told there have been open-ended mentions about him possibly getting an extension. However, many don't believe that MJF and Tony Khan are as close as they were prior to the reported discussion. Now, here, I am not going to do a deep dive on this. All right. I think, look, everyone who has brought unto the world arguments to the effect that MJF will suffer in WWE, he will not flourish as he did, are all completely right. Some people are saying, I would never see MJF leaving AEW. And you know what? You're also probably, completely right to feel that way, because it sure does feel that way. However, a lot of things can happen in 2 years, because that's when his contract is coming up. 2 years from now. Let's start the negotiation. Let's start the parlaying soon. When you're a top guy in the company, absolutely, that's your prerogative. Go for it. Do it. But I'm just going to leave this here. I'm just going to say this. No one thought Cody Rhodes was going to leave AEW. And here we are in 2022 with Cody Rhodes having matches on WWE premium live events. I'm not comparing the two. What I'm saying is we're in a stage, we're in a moment of pro wrestling where there is legit competition. We have to be ready for any type of surprise. We've heard it so many times before. Never say never in pro wrestling, and it has never rung truer than today. Then when MJF comes out and people say, no, he'll never go. Shush. And let yourself be worked. Sit back and enjoy this. This is what makes pro wrestling interesting and exciting. Keeps everyone on their toes, folks. This is what makes it fun. The idea of people switching over from company to company. Oh, contracts coming up. For the past 20 years, well, contracts coming up, they'd always resign because no one could offer better conditions or better money. Now, well, now it's possible. Now there is that, there are those openings that exist. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm throwing the bank at MJF. Are you kidding me? If anything, the Cody Rhodes experiment, it's happening here, should ensure that Tony hangs on to his big time players, and MJF is a cornerstone of that company. Don't get me wrong. He should not leave. If MJF leaves AEW, that's not it. It's egg on Tony Khan's face to let a top guy, his top guy, leave. But we'll have this discussion when we get there, if we ever get there. I am convinced that he's going to stay. But what do I know? What do I know about the mind of a professional wrestler, and especially one like MJF, whose entire gimmick is, I'm working you all the time. You don't know when I'm being sincere. We just had Juice Robinson go on Meltzer's radio show and bald-faced lie to him. Say, I'm done with wrestling. I'm retiring. He pops in at Bullet. He's a Bullet Club member, and now he's doing the rounds saying, yeah, I lied. They're pro wrestlers. This is what they do. MJF today was laughing his ass off, scrolling through Twitter. Yes, I scroll with 2 thumbs. You know why? It goes faster. At least that's what I like to think. He's scrolling through Twitter and he's laughing his ass off. Of course he is. You don't have to take a side. You don't have to be positioned. You don't have to position yourself. And especially, you don't have to be some prognosticator saying, well, I believe MJF's going to stay in 2 years for this, this, and that. You have a 50-50 chance of being right. Ultimately. Because there's 2 answers to this. He stays or he goes. And that's entirely on to MJF. Just sit back and enjoy it. Sit back and enjoy the story, the development in this. We're going to be talking about this in 6 months, and 8 months, and 12 months, and 24 months when this all starts wrapping up. It's great, and you should enjoy it. Don't get mad at it. Enjoy it. If anything, take exactly what happened to Juice, what happened with Juice Robinson, and think about what MJF might be doing. Dropping sources, dropping hints. Maybe he's doing the exact same thing Cody did, talking about having contract renegotiations on Dynamite. Cody was doing that. And you remember, and I was sitting here telling you guys, nah, I don't think so. He's got to be staying. There's no way EVP Cody Rhodes is leaving. Next thing you know, we're gone. We got worked. All right. And I love being worked. I don't mind being wrong when I'm getting worked.